Yeah, it's time for us to dissect trending stories relating from politics, governance, education, business, health, politics, security, and other issues arising right here in Nigeria. Welcome to Spotlight on Super FM 92.7. I am Michael Inyang. Welcome to the program. Today, we'll turn the spotlight to the educational sector where we talk about the UNICAL dentistry students and analyze Nigeria's educational crisis. UNICAL dentistry students, Nigeria's educational crisis. A lot of crises have been rocking the educational sector from UNICAL to JAMB to even LASU also. Over 300 students of the University of Calabar, Department of Dentistry, are alleged to be at the risk of not graduating, not because they failed, but just because of alleged system breach. This is what they say. Remember, in JAM, the same language was used: breach, breach, breach. Well, the students who brought their plight to public attention lamented that they were not on the verge of being sent away from the university, or they were on the verge of being sent away from the university after spending many years. It was even alleged that one of the lecturers told them that they have come to the end of the road, that they should go and learn a trade. By admitting for more students down the quarter, approached or approved by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, MDCN, the university now faces regulatory backlash, and students are bearing the brunt. Many of them, already years into their studies, are now grappling with the possibility that their academic progress and ultimately their professional future may be invalidated. What a sad one it is right here happening in Calabar. According to findings, well, the provost of the College of Medical Sciences of UNICAL, Cross River State in Gimingim, allegedly told institutions dental students to go and learn a trade. Say that this have cut deeper than any surgical knife the students had been trained to wield. Well, with this, dentistry students of University of Calabar staged a peaceful protest at the South Zonal Constitutional Review hearing in Calabar, demanding resolution to their prolonged uncertainty over professional induction. The students were dressed in their white laboratory coats, carried placards with urgent pleas, including "Induct our doctors," "Save dentistry in UNICAL," and "No transfer, increase quota." Joining us live to review this issue right here, all the way from the FCT and also in Lagos here. Let's first introduce our guest, Deputy National President, National and the Campus Affairs, National Association of University Students, NAUS, and a senator of the Nigeria Association of Nigerian Students, or National Association of Nigerian Students, Comrade Mesha Anthony. Comrade, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, sir. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, also joining us live from Lagos is an educational researcher, Dr. Peter Ogundoro. Dr. Peter, good morning and welcome to the program.
It's my pleasure to be on the show. Good morning.
All right, Doctor, let me begin with you on this. When you saw this news, what came into your mind? Before we head to that of JAMP and that of LASU, where a whole lot has happened also in LASU, there were a press release recently where they had maltreatment of LASU agriculture students. And they are even demanding urgent action. So all of this, I will come to that. I'm sure Comrade will also address all of this. But then let's go to the issues of these dentistry students. You have spent how many years? And then suddenly somebody is saying that you can't continue anymore. You should go and learn a trade. That language, how does it feel? How does it come to you when you saw this? Doctor.
Well, again, that comes our attention to how our country has been run over the years. You see, it's a country that has been run for the rich and mighty. It's not a country that seems to be interested in equity, in fairness, in justice, in helping young people who come from marginalized backgrounds, economically and socially, to migrate to upper levels of society and help, use their education to lift their families out of poverty and out of places where they shouldn't be. And so this is very devastating. I do not understand why the future of very bright young people, is what they are studying. Dentistry, is a field of medicine.
Yeah,
it's not a field that just anybody can attempt. And these young people have invested years of their lives, and they are getting close to finishing the race. And you are telling them they should go and learn a trade. If they wanted to learn a trade, they would have chosen that path much earlier in their career. And even the way we talk to people who are in difficult situations, especially for people who occupy highly placed positions. I think that we have to modify the way we talk, and those who don't know how to talk should go and learn how to talk. When people are in difficulty, you don't just dismiss their cases as if those people don't matter. So this is not where we should be as a people. Our young people are not being given the treatment they deserve. These are people on whose shoulders Nigeria's future lies.
yeah.
When you don't make them feel that the system is set up to cater for them, you are giving them a license to also live their lives as if Nigeria does not matter. So this is very unfortunate. We shouldn't be here.
Very, very unfortunate. Well, Lagos, let me tell you that we're live on Facebook at Super FM Lagos. We're live on Facebook and we're live on the YouTube at Super FM Lagos. Live on Facebook and YouTube at Super FM Lagos. Let me come to you now, Comrade Misha Anthony. Comrade Anthony, this is disheartening. I pay school fees, pay acceptance fee, pay all of that. You pay in school, and then at 300 level, for a final year, you're telling me that I can no longer continue. That I should go and learn a trade. How did the National Association of University Students? How is this you are the deputy national president? How do you guys receive this news? What is the plan? Or what really went down?
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. The National Association of University Students is committed to ensuring that the rights and the welfare of university students in Nigeria are prioritized at all times. And of course, when we received reports of this aberration, of this perceived oppression from our students, we swung into our...
We're going to start again. We're going to start afresh.
No, they will not start afresh. The thing is, the issue of quota and accreditation, it is not a new thing. This is not the first time. This is not the only university that has had that issue in recent times.
Okay.
I study veterinary medicine in the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta.
Okay.
And I'm well versed as a past SUG president of the school.
Okay.
I'm well versed in whatever has to do with accreditation and quota. And to interest you to know that last year, UNIBEN, they had issues with accreditation from the Veterinary Council of Nigeria. And whenever these issues come up, there are ways that these issues are resolved. And I must commend, when we got to the school, we had an interaction last week, Monday, with the students that were affected, with the leadership of the Calabar University Dentistry Student Association. We had an interaction with the Dean of Student Affairs. We had an interaction with the management led by the Vice Chancellor. And from the facts we gathered, we understood the fact that the Vice Chancellor had been trying her utmost best to ensure that these students that she takes as her own personal children do not take the...
The Vice Chancellor has sent to go and look at other institutions and all. But that's on an unfair language and on crippled tongue.
Well, it is quite unfortunate and highly disappointing that those who are supposed to take the role of in locus parentis will proceed to allow oral diarrhea be the order of the day for them. Such inflammatory statements, in fact, it seems the such a person does not have his or her own children in tertiary institutions. We
That's the way
strongly
it looks.
condemn that. In fact, we are going to have an interaction with the man. I mean, the provost.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we were told he was in Abuja. You don't just tell when crisis or when issues come up. You don't just open your mouth and
Talk anyhow.
Just talk anyhow. I mean, that it's so many of those students were almost pushed to committing suicide. We know the impact we played in calming things down in the university. In fact, see, what we observed in this is that there is a I don't know, when you fight corruption, corruption tends to fight back. There is a political inducement. The vice chancellor there presently is a very strong woman, a motherly woman. From our findings, we discovered that she had done a lot. She emerged in 2020. She has gotten engineering, then pharmacy, some medical courses fully accredited during her time. She had regularized admissions, because sometimes in UNICAL they will be writing exams and some people will still be giving out admissions. She had instructed the admission officer ever since she came and met this dentistry accreditation issue. She told them to stop taking in students. She told them to stop taking in students. But one way or the other, they kept on taking in students, and these students were being buoyed on that they would get they will get more quota from MDCN, they will do this, they will do that. They kept promising them without of the vice chancellor. So there's this inducement. Some people are trying to rubbish the work that the vice chancellor has been trying to do ever since she emerged as vice chancellor.
You are now saying that the vice chancellor is innocent in all of this.
Well, as the leader of the management team in the university, if anything goes wrong in the university, she will always be held responsible.
Of course.
And she has taken full responsibility for it. And from what we saw, the findings we did, we discovered that she had been actively engaging the student stakeholders. She had been having late night meetings with the leadership of the students, with the student union president, with the faculty president, with some of the affected students. She had been having meetings. She had been shuffling between Abuja and UNICAL, trying to lobby, trying to seek for, because when we talk about accreditation, two things are involved. It's either there's not enough staffing, or they do not have enough facilities or equipment. In their case, in dentistry, there's something we call dental head and there's dental chair. Dental, we call it phantom head and dental chair. A phantom head is a simulation of the real human mouth, where each student is supposed to have one phantom head and one dental chair to themselves.
Okay.
So they discovered, when the accreditation team came, they discovered that, when they came, they said, you have over 40 phantom heads, but you have only 10 dental chairs. And each student is supposed to have a dental chair to his or herself. So they were told, you have just 10, so you can only get a quota of 10. If in the nearest future you are able to get more equipment, reach out to us. We'll come back, we'll check, and then we'll increase the quota for you. However, we are all in Nigeria. We understand how these bureaucratic hurdles could be.
Wow.
Some amount has been approved or has been approved for them from the federal government, but not been released. Also, when we talk about accreditation, we talk about staff. Now, they do not have enough staffing according to NDCN regulations, and they were told to employ more. But a university cannot autonomously employ staff without getting approval from the Ministry of Education. So as it stands now, we are just, the issue seems to emanate, aside from some elements in the school trying to frustrate the efforts of the Vice Chancellor to restore sanity back to the school. We are stuck in what I call a bureaucratic bottleneck.
Well, that's it.
Yes.
Dr. Peter, I'm sure you've heard all of that, Dr. Peter. I'm sure you've heard what Comrade said there. And all of this, it boils down to the issues of the administrative issues. And probably I'll say corruption. Dr. Peter, what do you have to say in regards to all of this? I know you're a researcher, and you've gone the breadth and length of this country, shores of outside this country, and all. You say educations are being, administratively arranged. But yeah, look at how students are paying the price for what they don't know about. Do you want to say more on this?
Well, this is a microcosm of Nigeria. Unfortunately for us, the people who run the system don't obviously have adequate knowledge, skills, and values to be able to give us a system.
Some will say because their children are not there.
Yeah, very good. So so there is this I don't care attitude. So if your children are not caught in this web, it will be as if it's not your business, which shouldn't be the attitude we bring to bear on public service. And so that's where we are, and that's very unfortunate. I must commend the officers of ANS for the great work they are doing to protect.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Of Naus, please, Naus.
Okay, Nahus. Okay, Nahus.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, Nahus.
Okay, National Association of Nigerian Students.
National Association of University Students.
Of universities.
Yes, Nahus.
Of university students. Okay. Yeah, excellent. So I must go.
Well, I don't know, Dr. Peter, if you can hear me. I guess we have a little issue with the network.
I hope they carry this mindset into push forward to better politics when they all graduate and get into the Nigerian political space. So they're doing well, and I have also paid attention to the efforts the Vice Chancellor is making. We must make everyone conscious of the fact that the current Vice Chancellor cannot be blamed for what is happening now, because this challenge didn't start during her tenure. I'm not sure she's even up to 2 years old as Vice Chancellor of the university. And this is a problem that that was created probably more than 5-6 years ago.
Dr. Peter, again, to come in, you're commending the effort of the Vice Chancellor. But let me use this word or this proverb or this thought that they say, you know that you are allergic to a particular food, and then you keep eating the food. When you start using the toilet, is it not expected that you're eating something that you're allergic to? Is it not expected that there will be an health condition to it? When you know that you are given a quota, maybe a 10, a 15 quota, and then you're taking more than that, is it not expected that there's going to be a fight back from probably the NUC or the federal government?
No, Mike, let's make clarifications. We are discussing the Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor is the leader of the university in this our context. But the Vice Chancellor has not always been Vice Chancellor. Vice Chancellor has a tenure. I think it's about 4 years. You finish, somebody else takes over. So the root of the problem has been there long before the Vice Chancellor became Vice Chancellor. Now that she's Vice Chancellor, that is when the problem manifested. And so she is doing her best to ensure that the children, the young people who are studying there do not become the grass that suffer when two elephants fight. So that's what we want to put on record. I have paid attention to the effort she's making, and we must not throw away the child with the bathwater. We must be fair enough to acknowledge the efforts people make when problems like this come up. And it will be unfair to the leader of the university if we blame her for problems she did not start. That's the point one is trying to make. But the larger Nigerian leadership must take responsibility for where we are. We haven't funded universities well. Technology has been very problematic. You know, we have discussed this over and over on this year's show, that we are a people who are yet to understand the indispensable place of education in national development. And this crisis has exposed the challenges that we are facing in the Nigerian education system. The young man who is red has told you where, you know, in terms of the two major things you need to get full accreditation. Okay, so you have 40, pieces of technology, which is okay, but you need a complementary technology, but that complementary technology, you have it only to the tune of 10. So there is a deficiency of 30, which is why the regulatory body is unwilling to give them accreditation to, keep as many students as they have now. So we can't blame the regulatory body, and we cannot blame the current vice chancellor. We also even may not completely blame her predecessors in office. We should blame the Federal Ministry of Education and probably Ministry of Health and the larger Nigerian political ecosystem for not extending adequate funding to the university to be able to put in place the right technology for students to study. Because the regulatory agency is very correct. You can't be accrediting students who have not been using appropriate technology to do their work and make them go and be handling human lives. We are talking about dentistry. We know of cases where people get into a dental clinic and they don't come out alive because, the wrong things are done there. So that's why the regulatory agency is saying we are not going to allow children who have not been using the right technology to learn to become the people who are going to attend to people's health needs at the end of the day. So the regulatory agency is not doing the wrong thing, but the Federal Ministry of Education, the Parliament that makes, that approves our financial budget annually, and probably the ultimate leader of the country, in this case, the person who is the president of the country. Obviously, it's not this president that was there when this problem started, but we should have a sense of urgency when it comes to matters like this. How much does it take to get those 30, pieces of equipment in place? It's not just a few millions. All that things being equal, I don't think it will cost them up to $1 billion. But we know that we use, several billions to engage in frivolous things, travel abroad, buy new jets, buy new SUVs, and give to politicians who do little or nothing. Whereas the people who are going to take care of our health are not being catered for. We are not investing to ensure that we produce enough dental, professionals to be able to take adequate care of our health. So, Mike, this is how to look at it. It's very unfortunate that we are where we are, but those people who, over the years, when we say these things, they don't understand how terrible the situation is. This is the time for them to now realize that, indeed, we do have a problem in our hands. But I think that these children should not be made to suffer. We can get those equipment, sent there on an emergency basis so that these children probably can stay in University of Calabar and finish where they started. But if we are not willing to do that, then we can distribute them across other universities where they have equipment. But they definitely should not lose a great number of years they have put into their studies.
That's also what I'm more concerned about. Well, Lagos, don't forget we're live on Facebook and YouTube at Super FM Lagos. We're live on Facebook and YouTube at Super FM Lagos. In case you're just tuning in, there's a spotlight on Super FM 92.7. And we're talking about the educational sector where the dentistry students of UNICAL, like University of Calabar, staged a protest on Saturday in regards to what's happening in their school. And what's happening? And that's the fact that 300 students of the department are at risk of not graduating. Not because they failed, but because of alleged system breach. But this time, the students brought this to the public attention, lamenting that they were on the verge of being sent away from the university after spending many years. Well, we have a document here in regards to that before we open the phone lines to Nigerians to be part of this conversation. The document says that's the quota for it. Fully accredited dental schools. Fully accredited dental schools. Name of dental schools. We have College of Medicine, University of Lagos, Idiaraba, Lagos, 40 quota. College of Health Sciences, Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, 25. College of Medical Sciences, University of Benin, Benin City, Edo State, 25. College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, Oyo State, 30. College of Health Sciences, University of Port Harcourt, Rivers State, 15. College of Medicine, University of Nigeria, Enugu Campus, Enugu State, 15. College of Medicine, Lagos State University, Ikeja, Lagos State, 10. College of Medical Sciences, University of Maiduguri, Borno State, 15. College of Medicine, Bayero University, Kano State, 20. University of Medical Sciences, Ondo City, Ondo State, 10. College of Medical, this is for partially accredited or accredited dental schools. Partially accredited dental schools. University of Medical Sciences, Ondo City, Ondo State, 10. College of Medical Sciences, University of Calabar, Cross River State. This is we're talking about today. College of Medical Sciences, University of Calabar, Cross River State, 10. Comrade, let me come to you in this. Now we've seen this. The question is, which school will accept them? Which school will accept them? With this quota that we are saying now, which school will take them? Let's be sincere. Let's be realistic.
All right. Thank you very much. Well, with regards to this, whenever crises like this arise, we as intellectual leaders tend to focus more on resolution rather than the root causes. And as it stands, the Vice Chancellor has been able to speak and lobby with the MDCN that they allow these students, those final year graduating students, to be transferred out to these other fully accredited schools.
Which they're already filled up, which we can't say, but some are maybe are filled up.
Well,
the highest here from here is Unilag, 40.
Yes, the MDCN is willing to grant waivers. Yes, that is the progress that the Vice Chancellor has brokered.
Okay. So
they are willing to grant waivers for these graduating students. And let me take you back to 2020.
Okay.
The University of Benin had a similar issue with quota and accreditation with the Medical Dentistry Council of Nigeria, MDCN.
That's the College of Medical Sciences.
Yes, how it was handled was that the students then came out for a full-blown protest, I must tell you, a demonstration. They came out, and at the end of the day, the MDCN then they granted them 12 months grace for the institution to employ more staff and to get the necessary facilities. In this case, as NAUS, we intend to leverage on the good relationship that we have established with some of these bodies like the NUC, like the Ministry of Education, the Minister of Education himself. And we intend to also